Okay, so today is May 11th, 2011, and this will be probably the last update on Project 92 Honda Accord. Now, if you've watched any of my videos on this car, you know that I acquired it from a friend. The motor obviously was majorly blown, as you can see by the hole, or you saw by the hole in the block. And we were going to do an engine transplant on the car. Well, the project is coming to an unforeseen end, and obviously the end of the project is without the aforementioned transplant. So in a nutshell, basically what happened is after my friends underwent some massive financial distress, which was precipitated by a heart attack and then job loss and just one melee after another, and then the car broke down, of course. They weren't making payments on it for a while, and the car lot didn't bother to contact them, tell them that if they didn't continue making payments or return the car, that they would be all these fees and penalties and fines. No contact was ever made. Well, finally, they purchased some other vehicles. They got themselves back into a financial situation that is stable, and they've got vehicles to set themselves up. Well, I still had the car on my property awaiting the transplant, and I managed to locate two engines, very reasonably priced, between $2 and $325, depending on the mileage. But when all of this came to a head and finally got around to think about getting the motor, they decided to take financial litigation against the people who own the car. So in a nutshell, the car's got to go back. And I don't know if they're still going to pursue litigation against them for the fees and penalties and fines, which amounts now to roughly 3 times what this thing is worth, in my opinion. But this will be the last video, in all likelihood, of Project Accord here. So there may be one other video of me actually dropping the vehicle off down there where they want me to drop it, just for documentary purposes, just so that there's no question as to whether or not the lot got the car back. But the condition of the car ain't changed none. It still needs to be cleaned out, which I'll of course do before taking the car back. Would have let them come out and get it, but up until just recently, this was so wet out here that it was just a swamp. You couldn't get a wrecker out here to save your life. So let's see here. Alright, so we got the contents of the engine, all the accessories, fuel rail, airbox, AC compressor, alternator, manifold, radiator, and fan shroud and fan, and all the little bits and pieces that went to this. Here's the exhaust manifold, including what's left of the engine block right here. So I don't know, they can have it, I guess. This engine is beyond reprieve. It's all in there. That's all the parts and accessories to the engine. Tires and wheels. The wheels are the same. The tires are not. They come off of my car, and because she had paid good money for the new tires that she had put on this car just before the engine blew, they were just sitting here rotten, so she sold them to me. And so I just put my old tires, different profile, mine are slightly narrower, just so the car was mobile again. But this is the end of Project 92 Honda Accord, unless the owner of the car lot decides that the vehicle is not worth fixing to put back onto the road and resell, in which case I may see if I can purchase the Honda back. Of course, I ain't gonna pay much for a car with a blown up engine and a over 300,000 mile transmission. But if I can get it for the right price, I already know where I can get 2 motors, put one in it, get the car running, back on the road, maybe even go after the rest on that driver's rear quarter panel wheel well above the tar, and a little bit of body work, and put it back out there for resale. But this is where it ends unless I can buy the car off cheap. So it'll be going back. So thank you for watching. Comments are welcome, and there may be another video after this of me actually dropping her off somewhere between this Thursday and this coming Sunday.